This is my garage.
How's it going, guys? And welcome back to my garage. Alrighty, so today we are over here at the barn, as you guys can see, and we've got a new customer. So yes, this is a truck that belongs to a guy in my Discord, and his name is Big Nate. He's usually in the comment section as well of these videos, guys. So yeah, we've got a couple of billboards over here, or signages, with some fan mail on. So let's go ahead and read all of this. So first of all, could you please dyno after the build? Alright, so that means, guys, we are going to be building an engine for this truck. Because at the moment we don't have anything in the engine bay of this thing. Can we jump up here? There we go. Alright, so we don't have an engine in this thing, so we're going to be building an engine. He did supply us with a bunch of goodies in the back of the truck as well. So we've got the gearbox over here, which is the 5-speed paintable gearbox. So that is going to go in the truck, and we've got the color code for the transmission over here on this one. So it says that is the paint code 003CFF. So that is good to know. So we might actually build the engine revolving around that color code as well. And then he's also thanking us for the great content. It's an absolute pleasure, Big Nate. Alright, so we're going to pop those in the back of our truck over there. And then we've also got another one over here that says bonus cash, which is another additional 10,000 bucks on top of the budget that he's got, which is quite a healthy budget. So that's what, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. Okay, there we go. Alright, so we've got a very healthy budget to build an engine for this truck and to get it painted. And as far as I can tell, there's no other work necessary on this thing. It seems to be pretty solid, and everything has been rebuilt already. He's got the drag tires on the back and also the narrow ones at the front, with some lowered leaf springs, so it looks pretty good. It is a 4-wheel drive by the looks of it. Transfer case and everything is hooked up. So yeah, guys, that is pretty awesome. So let's get our barn closed up here and save the game. Alright, so there we go. We are ready to hit the road, although we're not going very far. It's just down the road, literally. So I just wanted to check, what is this? This is a short bed, short cab. So yeah, that looks like, yeah, the ideal thing for a drag racing truck. Can we actually get into the truck and not on top of the truck? Okay, there we go. Alright, so guys, now I need to take this thing back to the shop. And we've also got a couple of other things still going on in there. So I'll just show you guys what's happening around the shop still. And I actually forgot something. So when I loaded the truck on the trailer, I actually put the handbrake up on the trailer over here, so that's why we're not getting anywhere. Alright, there we go. Now it should go a bit better. Hopefully we'll get a little bit more speed out of this thing. But alright, we are going to take it nice and easy. I don't want to end up wrecking anything or damaging anything. So yeah, I've been also told that I can paint the truck any color. I'm going to surprise him with a paint job on this truck as well. So that is something that we're going to still decide on. I'm not entirely sure what color I'm going to go with, but we'll see. I might come up with something. Okay, and it's a little bit better here without the... there's just one thing I've got to bear in mind here. Yeah, I wanted to say is without the little bump here, it's a little bit easier getting into our shop. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to have to reverse this thing close to the door there, and we're gonna have to offload it somehow. Maybe push it off the trailer, because I don't think this thing is going to clear the door with the truck loaded. There we go. Alright, let's just get it straightened out more or less, and be sure not to run into anything at the front. Okay, so here we go. Let's see if my reversing skills are getting a bit better with the trailer. Alright, just take it nice and easy. I don't know if this thing's going to clear the roof, so we might have to just see it might not make it. I don't know. Should we go into third person and just see? You know, it's going to be a little too close for comfort. So I'm going to rather just stop it right over here. Right, turn off the truck. Why the heck? Okay, handbrake up. Alright, so guys, what I'm going to do now is we're going to lower this. We're going to see if the truck actually wants to roll off on its own. Would be great if it does. Which it does. It's actually going. Okay, well, there she goes. Right, let's just be sure to stop it. Right over there. That's perfect. Okay. Well, come to think of it, this thing doesn't really have to be in the shop as much, because once we get the engine built, we can actually drive it into the paint booth. So this can just pretty much stand exactly where it is at the moment. I don't think we really need to do anything more. I could probably offload all of the stuff in the back of the bed here. It's actually not a good idea putting the battery on the floor, but okay, you know what? Let's just pop it in there. We could probably get all of this stuff mounted. I don't see a radiator here. Do we have a radiator installed? Which we do. Okay, so we can get these things mounted actually. Let's go ahead and do this while we are at it. You can probably even get the transmission mounted. Okay, I might have to hang on to the what did I want to say now? The fuel line. Because this can't go in before the engine is built. So this is going to go somewhere over here on the table for now. I guess we'll find it there once we are ready for it. We've also got the starter that goes onto the gearbox over there. So we'll... might as well get it mounted. Okay. Alright, perfect. So now... this can probably stay here for now. I don't think it's really going to be in the way. But we'll move it if we have to. So guys, before we dive into this thing, let's quickly have a look around and see what other things are going on in the shop. So we've got the Mercedes Cabriolet or convertible sitting over here. So this is the vehicle that we're going to do a giveaway on eventually. I don't know when we're going to get to this, but yeah, this thing needs a little bit of TLC. This was a donation vehicle from our good friend Bomi, whose lad wagon we fixed up a while ago. So we're going to be getting into that thing after the wagon over there sitting on the lift has been finished, which still needs a little bit of work as well. And then we've got Beefy's truck, the this twin turbocharged V8. So we're going to be trying to see if we can fix up the body for him. It's going to need quite a bit of work, and I'm not too sure on the interior what we are going to do about that, because I did notice we've got some bad interior parts here, like the dashboard is toast, and also that door panel over there is looking a little bit tired, so I'm not too sure. So Beefy, if you are watching this video, maybe drop a comment down below and tell me what you would like to have done to the interior. Should we go to the interior store and buy some new interior bits for this thing? Or can I replace it with black ones from the catalog? So yeah, do hit me up with that and let me know what you want. That'll be great. So yeah, guys, what I'm going to do is we're going to start maybe building this engine for Big Nate's truck, and then I'm going to tackle the bodywork on that truck, because I think this engine, this job should actually be very fast and very quick. But then again, also that job shouldn't take too long. So I don't know, maybe... yeah, I'm not too sure what I want to do. So I think let's do it like this. I'm going to see if we can just bolt everything down so it stays on this truck. And then we will start with this one, because kind of got to do it in the right order, you know. First come, first serve, you know. That's pretty much how it works. Okay, so let's get this bolted down first of all. And then we can get the battery tightened down. Okay, and what else did we have to do? The radiator hoses. Oh, come on. Just gotta get to those bolts. Okay, let's get the transmission mounted. And did we... I think we didn't put the handbrake up on this thing. That's why it's trying to run away. Or the handbrake is up. Okay. Must be a bug with the transmission collision, because that seems to be an issue. Okay. What? Let's just put it in and bolt it down over there. I think that should stay. So that transmission has got a little bit of collision issues by the looks of it. Okay, and we're going to come down here. Let's just zip it down there. And I think we should be able to get all three of the bolts just like that. So that is sorted. Okay, so where am I going to go with this thing? Let's maybe just see if we can squeeze it into there. I think get it out of the way. Alright, come on. Can we push it? I might have to turn this on. I think it's maybe because the handbrake is up now. Yep, we are definitely going to flip this thing on its roof if I carry on like this. But okay, let's just shunt it over a bit. Alright, push it back. Alright, line it up a bit better. And push it back. Can we go back some more? Yeah, there's still some space. Okay, let's move it back a little bit more. Whoa, that's a little bit too much, but okay. Okay, you know what? Let's just push it a bit forward again. Okay, that is good. Alrighty, guys, so I did say I am going to check the suspension real quick, but I think just a visual inspection would be good on this thing. So let's get this thing lifted up into the air so that we can see what is cooking with the suspension and if there's anything banged up, but I doubt it, because usually body damage is the most common issue you would get crashing a truck like this. Alright, so we can see there are some weird stuff going on here by the frame rails, but I think that's probably normal considering the lowered suspension on this thing. There's definitely some weird collisions underneath these trucks. Have always been kind of weird like that. I don't see anything busted here. Where's the shock absorbers? Are there? Brake hose. Yeah, these brake hoses do look like that on the B200S. Okay, on this side I don't see anything wrong over here. And this is what I saw the other day. We don't have a front drive shaft, so it's pretty much a two-wheel drive truck at this stage. We've got a chromed front suspension, and okay, the rear axle is also chromed, so it looks like that is the theme that's going on with this thing. Shock absorbers still look good. Everything looks good. We don't have any obvious worn parts here, so I think we are good to start working on the bodywork now. So what I'm going to do is we're going to lower it back down, and now we're going to maybe rather push it away from the lift. It's going to work out a bit better if we're going to start with bodywork. Alright, so just like this. Let's push it back a little bit. Just like that. And let's grab ourselves a wrench. Okay, so starting with the hood. We can clearly see the hood is a bit banged up here. It's not terrible. It might be fixable. But I'm going to rather take it off first of all. Let's just see what it does with the old trusty hammer. Okay, you know what? Maybe it was a mistake taking it off, because now I did notice this before. It's almost like a bug where you can't hammer stuff if it's not mounted to a car. So we're just going to tighten one bolt again. Okay, there we go. That seems to be working. Okay, this fender. Okay, it doesn't look like we are fixing the fender here. This is the damage to the floor, maybe. I think the cab floor has got some fixable damage. Maybe even this quarter panel might be fixable. We just have to find a sweet spot to bang it back into shape. I don't really know exactly what happened to this thing, but it looks like we've got damage to the far back of this thing as well. The tailgate's also a bit banged up. Okay, that takes care of that. Rear bumper. Yeah, guys, I'm literally button bashing the living crap out of this. Okay, no more damage to the tailgate. The license plate is a bit weird. Might be fixable. Just got to get the right angle. Got no idea what that is, but it's probably something related to this. Okay, that's this rear brace over here. Looks like it's fixable. What is that? That's probably the bed floor. Okay, so that might need a little bit of Bondo. Okay, it doesn't look like there's any more damage there. Let's see, that was the truck bed. Okay, you know what? Let's see if we take this thing off, if that's going to give us any clarity on where the damage is. There's supposed to be 3 bolts per side, and that is the 3rd one on this side. Okay, let's get these 3 loosened up. And this one over there. Okay, let's see what this is all about, if there's any more fixable damage on this. It doesn't look like it. We might need to get some new trim as well for this, because the trim seems to be a little bit banged up there. Same at the back, probably a bit banged up. Okay, now we can also get the license plate straightened out, and we can also check for some other frame damages here. Doesn't look like it's too bad. So I think that is the cab floor. We are still gotta figure out where the damage is on that. This frame rail's got a little bit of damage. Probably more around the front, but I think it's sorted now. That looks good. This cab quartered piece is also probably damaged, or is it something that's just bleeding through on this side? Alright, so that looks like the floor. Okay, this door doesn't look like it's got any damage on it. Fender looks good. Hood looks fine for now. Is this the inner fender that we are banging against now? Sure was. Okay, the radiator support looks good. The grill looks fine. Yeah, I don't see any damage here. So this fender is beyond repair, as well as this door. So I think let's grab this cab, take it off of the truck. Gonna be able to see a bit better what we are doing if we take it off. Okay, so let's undo the 4 bolts on that. Okay, and that one over there. And in order to take it off, we need to undo this. And then, there we go. Okay, so the cab is free. Okay, so this fender needs to be replaced. It's definitely way too far gone. Can't do anything with this. Even the trim is bent. So yeah, this is going to go in the trash. And I think we still have got some trash in the back of our new pickup truck here. Can I grab it? Thanks. Okay, so we still need to get rid of all of this. This is some of the Wolf stuff that I sorted out. Did keep some of the Wolf convertible parts here in case we might need it on this one. So we'll see how that's going to work. What did I want to do now? Oh, yes. I actually remembered something now, guys. So I think it was Big Nate who commented saying, or was it Laszlo? I think it was Laszlo. He said that we missed a bolt on this truck somewhere. I can't recall exactly where, but I think it was this front one on this side. I did notice this when I was editing the video, and I saw something was still loose here. It's probably the reason why I didn't do it, because you can't really get to it. But I think it's this one. Here we go. Alright, so just to show, I did tighten it up. I didn't forget about it, so it is done. Okay, so now continuing with this cab, we can clearly see there's a bit of an issue here. With this door, there's absolutely nothing usable on this door, so we're going to have to trash the whole thing. but let's just double check with our trusty hammer. Nope, that is scrap. So driver's side door needs to be replaced, and I think there's still going to be quite a lot of stuff we're going to have to take care of here. That's a bit weird. Okay, so looks like we're going to take the hood off now. Let's just bring this closer because I've been running up and down just to get the tools each time. Okay, so let's take this hood off once again. Okay, so there's no trim and stuff on the hood, so that is looking good. I think, yeah, this firewall is probably, yeah, that's bad. Okay, we're gonna have to take this thing off. This is gonna go back onto our new firewall, probably, for the ECU. Okay, let's see what else we can figure out here. These doors both have to come off because if we're going to be replacing the firewall, it's going to be something that needs to be done. Okay, so there's our passenger door. This is still fine. We will just check everything for dents. So I think let's just put this in the bed for now. Alright, let's see now, guys. What are we going to have to replace here? We're going to have to replace the roof probably, the firewall. This carpet might even be bad. Okay. Now, where's the bolts to this seat over here? So let's take this bench seat out. Okay, so I don't know if the bench seat is damaged. So it's sometimes you can see it if you put it down straight like this. Because the condition says 95%, which is still relatively good. But if you look closely, you see there's a tiny bit of clipping over here. Or not really clipping, but deformation. So that is going to have to be replaced. So I'm not going to be able to do anything with this, and I sure as heck won't be happy if this truck had to leave our shop with a bent bench seat. So that is going to have to be replaced, obviously. And at this stage, I think we are open to a potential interior color change, unless if he wants it to be red. I don't know what the original... Yeah, see, that is the original interior color is red, so might have to stick with it. We'll see. Okay, so now the carpet is loose. Once again, we're going to just inspect this as well for some deformation. So it says there it's 5% ruined for game. That is probably because of this damage over here. You can see this thing is completely deformed. So that is a bit of a bummer. So the carpet is also shot. But that is why we are doing these things so thoroughly, because we need to make sure everything we do on this thing is going to be absolutely perfect when it rolls out the shop. Even stuff like this, these pedals. So there's not really a way to tell if this is bad, but I think these should rather be replaced anyway, because judging by the look of this thing, everything in this section is banged up quite badly. So I think it'll be just safer to replace every single thing. Okay, let's just check the steering column, because I think that bend over there is actually, yeah, you can clearly see there. That's a bit of an issue. Now, sometimes if you loosen the steering wheel, if we are lucky enough to find the bolt, and you tighten it back down, it actually straightens that out. But I'm still a little bit skeptical about it anyway. I don't know if it's supposed to be bent to hell like that. Might be able to just compare it to the other ones over here. I don't know. Let's see if we take this one off. Maybe if this one is good, we'll just swap this one over. But now I'm kind of breaking one thing to fix another, you know. But I think for the comparison, this is a pretty good idea. And this one is anyway a little bit more worn. That's 73%. This one is 94%. So I think we'll probably just end up replacing it anyway. So I think I'll decide, guys. We probably won't get to this today. And let's just go and put our pickup truck together here, because I need to use this to go and dump the rubbish a bit later. Okay, so zip it down. Okay, perfect. So that can just stay like that. And now I think what we need to do is maybe get to chopping, because okay, let's just take this off as well. Can we get the bolts? No, we can't. We just need to come inside here and then see what it's all about. We've got the wiper linkage. Okay, so that has got some mixed wiper blades on it. Kind of weird. Right, wiper motor. Yeah, that's a bit bad. We'll replace that anyway. Although I think 63% it should still work, but better to just replace it. Seeing as we are in here, and the gear stick is also worn to hell, so yeah, I think interior change is definitely due for this truck. So it looks like we are going to have to replace the whole interior anyway, so which means another road trip to the junkyard, guys. So I don't know, do you guys want me to do it on a video again, or should I just go ahead and maybe do it off camera? So do let me know of that down in the comment section. And now I'm looking for the screw for this dashboard, because it's supposed to be here somewhere, but yeah, clearly you can see it's not where it's supposed to be, and it's over there. Okay, this side should be in a normal place, because damage seems to be mostly on that side. And it looks like the cluster may have survived. It may have or may have not survived, I don't know. Because usually the clusters would have the original mileage, if it's the original cluster for the vehicle. And if it's the case, and this thing has got the yeah, decent enough condition to be reused, we can reuse it. So what is that say? It's 584,663. And the truck has got 584,663. So that is the matching cluster, and this is still in usable condition. So we'll reinstall that for him, so that he's got his original mileage. And as for the stereo, I'm not too bothered with the stereo, because I usually replace these anyway, which we're going to have to do anyway, because that one is 32%. The glove box on this thing, I don't think... Yeah, you can see that is also beat up, so new dashboard it's going to be. Just depends on what color he would want. Okay, so now the whole cab is doing something weird here. It's like kind of, yeah, nose diving itself here. Okay, let's put it back down. Can we do it? Oh, for crying out loud. Don't tell me the freaking thing is going to keep doing that now. Alright, well, looks like we are going to be working upside down now, which is not ideal, because... okay. In order to fix this up is a bit of a problem if it's not standing upright now. Am I going to be trying this the whole time and it's going to keep doing it? I guess it is. So you know what? Let's just grab our plasma cutter and start cutting that thing up into pieces. If we can find our plasma cutter. I think it's in the paint booth here. No, it's not. That's the spray paint compressor. Where the heck did I put the plasma cutter? Oh, there it is. Okay. Alright, let's bring this over here. Okay, so let's start chopping this thing up. Firewall, first of all. Okay, so there's our firewall, which we know is bad, because we tried to bang it with a hammer and it didn't do anything. Okay, so we can't do anything to this. Let's just check our handbrake lever, but I think it's probably also toast. Most probably. Come on, shake it off. There we go. Yeah, handbrake lever is 66%, so we'll get a new one of those. Okay, the firewall needs to be replaced. Okay, is this thing going to behave a little bit better now? Well, there we go. That looks good. Okay, so as for all the trim and stuff, I think I'm not going to bother with replacing everything because, well, I'm not going to bother reusing the old ones because clearly we can see it's been banged up quite badly. This corner trim might be good and this one might be good, but you know what? I think since we are going to be replacing almost everything on this thing, it might actually be worth just building a whole new cab for him at this stage, because what is going to be usable here? Not anything really, because the floor cab has been damaged, the rocker panel has been damaged, so I don't know. Maybe let's see if we can take it apart further. Maybe we're gonna have a little bit more of a starting point to work from. And there goes the dashboard. Okay, but yes, this roof will need to replace. So that's the roof C cab. Okay, is that mirror with checking? I don't know. Let's just do it anyway. And we've also got the sun visors here, which might be something we could check. Okay, let's just move the headliner and stuff away. Okay, the mirror is bad, so we'll replace the mirror. The sun visor is decent. That one is banged up quite badly, so you know what? I think we're just gonna replace the sun visors, both of them, because this one might also be damaged, so let's not take any chances with that. And I was almost certain this trim actually mounts to the roof, but it looks like it actually mounts to the, yeah, the side of the cab quarter. Let's just put this back on the bed of our truck here. Okay, we can probably pop this out as well. That trim is also bad. Okay, so you know what, before we continue chopping stuff, where did I put all the Bondo? It's probably still in the body shop. Okay, I'm just gonna grab these two. Okay, so this rocker panel is salvageable. And so is this cab quarter over here. Yeah, it seems like it is getting fixed up relatively well, and that'll also fix up. Okay, so we've got that Bondo's empty. Oh yeah, this thing has got probably a bunch of dents everywhere. Just gotta figure out where exactly the last bit of damage is. Heck, we even got damage on this side of the cab, so it's almost as if this truck was rolled over. Okay, well. And I think that is it. That is a good starting base for our cab. Just for the kicks, we're gonna see this. It's bad. Everything is bad. Alright. Since we've got the Bondo, let's continue with this. Hey, come to think of it. Nah, what am I kidding? The trim is bad. So this truck is gonna need a whole lot of trim. Okay. Gonna need some more Bondo for that. Because I think I did do some math the other day. Checking if I can save money by buying new panels, or if it's going to cost more in Bondo to do it, and it actually ended up being a lot cheaper using Bondo than it would be buying all new panels for the thing. So I guess it kind of makes sense. to try and fix it up if we can with Bondo. But then again, it's also a whole lot more work. Alright, well, it's definitely going somewhere. I don't know what is cooking. That could also potentially be the interior part or the inside part of the bed. Kind of bleeding through, but we'll come back to it. Okay, fuel filler cap seems to be decent. Okay, but our Bondo is finished, so might need some more Bondo. Might have to go and buy Bondo, you know. Yeah, this is the last tub that we've got, so yeah, I'm doubtful we're going to have enough Bondo for all of this damage. But we're going to carry on with this because, as I said, it's cheaper to fix it than to replace it, so kind of would make sense. I wonder if we could take the wagon for a bit of a spin to go and buy Bondo. Yeah, well, our truck is actually blocking the way, so it might be, yeah, just better to grab the pickup truck to go and buy some Bondo real quick. Well, this tailgate is definitely getting there, but it's got, okay, no more damage. Just as I wanted to say, it's still got dents. It didn't have any dents left. So it looks like in this vicinity there was more damage. Okay. Can we have a look at this interior part, which is also banged up, and the floor is also banged up. I'm thinking we're gonna need a whole lot more Bondo. So that is empty, guys. Okay. Let's quickly get our trailer disconnected, so we can go and buy some more Bondo. Okay, we'll just put the trailer here for now. I'll move it around the back to its spot again once we get to it. Okay, I'm gonna go buy some Bondo, and we're gonna get back here and see if we can figure this thing out and get that thing put right, because it's definitely in need of some more body work. And then we need to start looking at buying the replacement parts that we need, the ones we can't fix up. I could probably use the sledgehammer on them, but I don't really like doing it because it's kind of almost cheating. And we're gonna have that lag spike. Nope, no lag spike, but we did have a little bit. Okay, there was a lag spike. Did have a little bit of a weird turn back there. Alright, so let's see if we can grab some Bondo from here. I don't know if it's cheaper from his shop. How much is the Bondo? $12, so it's pretty much the same price as it was at the gas station. Okay, how many do we have now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, let's grab another 5. Okay, so that should give us 10. And the backpack is full, and I'm quite happy. I think that should do. Yeah, 10 tubs of Bondo. Nice round number. And whatever's extra, we can just put it back in our paint booth. Kind of stockpiling up on Bondo each time. But yes, the steering wheel is still doing pretty well, guys. I'm very happy with it. Although it's an old cheapie. I bought it for like $20 US. It still works quite well, and I've been playing Euro Truck Simulator with it, and what else have I been playing? Oh, Farming Simulator. We've been doing I even tried Car Mechanic Simulator 2021 a bit with it, and it also works there. So yeah, goes to show these things are kind of universal. And we had a tub of Bondo here. Okay, well, let's use this one first. Yeah, we'll get this thing fixed up. I'm pretty sure of it. Okay, let's just take all of this stuff out again. It's going to cause all sorts of havoc. Alright, I'm just kind of like button bashing now, trying to get this thing fixed, put right. Yeah, it's definitely using quite a lot of Bondo, but you can't really see where it's going. Because you can hear the sound, but you can't see what you're exactly doing, because it's not showing up all the time. Okay, so this one, this side might actually be more in this corner, because this is where the damage was mostly inflicted on this thing. Come on, gotta figure this out. Okay, so that is empty. Okay, let's grab another. Yeah, okay. Yeah, come on, let's just figure this out. Yep, button bashing for the win. Like over there, I can hear it's taking the Bondo, but the Bondo is not showing. The Bondo is not bonding. Or the body filler isn't filling. Whichever way you'd like to have a look at it. Okay, that's another empty tub of body filler. Yeah, this truck bed is definitely going to use a whole lot of Bondo. But I'm determined to fix this with Bondo because it's a bit cheaper and it does the exact same thing. Because if you think about it, we paid 120 bucks now for 10 tubs of Bondo. And I can bet you that this panel would be more than 120 bucks from the catalog. So for that reason, I'm determined to get this thing fixed up with Bondo. Okay, I just gotta figure out where the heck this damage is on this floor, because gotta be here somewhere. Sometimes it's even around these little parts over here. Yeah, you can see some deformation here. Who am I kidding? This is gonna take ages. Yeah, well, I should have actually opened the video and saying, good day, today we are going to be working with Bondo the whole episode. Okay, that seems to be sorted now. Okay, so this panel over here is also still a bit weird, and we still got to figure out the floor. Yeah, this is definitely very tedious. Alright, so Beefy has only got $10,000 budget. I don't know if it's going to be enough if we had to replace all of the panels and every single thing fixed up on this truck, but I don't know. Because this is now sort of getting a little bit ridiculous. Yeah. Okay, so there's something happening over here. Alright, so it's in this vicinity and we've got freaking empty Bondo again. Okay, so still damage on this thing. Well, I suppose the truck had some pretty bad damage at the back anyway. Let's see if this is gonna work out for us if we do it like this. Oh, we still had damage on the outside of this as well. Well. Probably just somewhere one click that's needed. Just gotta find it, but I'm a little bit concerned about that side because it's not doing anything there, and we've still got this massive gap here. So I don't know, it's starting to look like we need to replace a whole bunch of stuff here. It's not giving me any idea of where I really need to go still. Because then when you come at this angle, it sort of tells you need to bondo there, but then there's nothing to bondo. Alright, you know what? Screw it, we're gonna replace it. Okay, where's this plasma cutter thing? Alright, so it is this part. Now what, I actually need to cut this whole thing apart, because in order for that to come off, or in order for the this floor to be replaced, we need to cut everything off anyway. So yeah, I've built one of these from scratch before, not too long ago actually, so yep, what the heck. Okay, can just reach the damn thing. And we still got a weld on this side over here. Okay, chopping it with the angle grinder sound there. Okay, and over there in that corner, it's still welded over there. Okay, so that should come off. And it should come apart. Okay, you know what? Since the thing is stripped now, it might actually be a bit easier to bondo it now, but yeah, I don't know. Yeah, would you look at that? Just see if we can get this floor fixed, because then I don't have to take the tailgate off. Alright, so the damage is more or less in this area. Okay, so that is officially fixed. The tailgate is fixed. This part is fixed. This one has still got some damage somewhere. I'm just going to quickly check it. If it's easy to do it like this, then we're going to do it like this. This outer skin, let's flip it around. Bondo. What the heck did this thing do now? What in the possessed hell is that? Okay, now it wants to be difficult. Come on, I know you can be fixed. Just gotta find that sweet spot, and I bet it's around here somewhere. No. There we go. Alright, great success. So we've got that sorted out. This one is sorted. How about this one? I think this one is also good. Yeah, seems to be good. Alright, well, let's move on. Jeez, what the heck am I doing? Okay, let's close that up again. Gonna get this plasma cutter out of the way, because we know I've got a bit of history with plasma cutters and welding. Grab the frickin' plasma cutter handle to try and weld stuff together, and then you see, oh, there's loose welds, and then you start welding, but meanwhile you are busy cutting the living crap out of the poor thing. I knew it was going to do that. Okay, so let's reassemble this bed real quick, and hopefully it's going to work out. I think we need to put the inner skins on first. Okay, put you on there, and let's just stand up and lean in. Okay, so that needs to be welded on first on this side. Okay, let's weld it there. weld it there, weld it there, weld it there, and okay, open the tailgate. Now we can get the outer skins mounted. Whoa, okay, yeah, it usually does that. That's quite normal. That is not normal, but okay, it's manageable. We'll manage to get it done, and there it goes, back down where it's supposed to be. Yeah, sometimes I'm a little bit, yeah, surprised by the physics in this game. It's definitely not what you'd expect sometimes. But okay, there we go. Getting it back together. It's almost there. Alright, well, that took a little bit longer than I thought. Okay, guys, so this thing can go back on. Let's just pop it onto there. So that is nice and straightened out now. No more dents on it. Yeah, definitely a lot of bodywork. But okay, let's get this thing bolted down. So the only thing I still need to do to the bed is replace all of the trim and give it a paint job. But we'll do the paint work after everything is sorted. So next up I'm going to be sorting out the cab real quick. Is that bolt tight? Yes, it is. Okay. Yeah, sometimes I like to just do random spot checks on customer vehicles because, yeah, you know, everybody's human and they would make some mistakes now and then. Alright, so we need to buy the roof C cab. Okay, let's start with that and then we'll get the firewall and all of that. Be 200 and will most probably be underbody. Okay, let's see. So we need the driver's side door. We need the firewall. The floor seems to be good, but I think the floors, that one's for the extended cab. What else do we need? We don't need the hood. The hood is still fine. The quarter panel for the front left, and we need to get the right roof. This is the wrong roof. That's the long cab roof or the extended cab roof. Rocker panels are surprisingly good. The floor C is good. That's what we are still using. We are looking for the roof C, which is that one. And I think that is it. Okay, so let's start reassembling this thing. I think we can start with the roof. Yes, we can. And I just kicked this thing into oblivion. Okay, put that back down over there. And it's starting to get dark. But you know what? That's what we do. We usually get to the close to the end of an episode and it starts to turn nighttime. Okay, there we go. That is looking good. Okay, I'm just going to put the handle down there because we are going to be running up and down for all these parts now. Let's get the firewall on. Okay. And let's weld the firewall to the floor and to the roof. Okay, weld it in there. Come on, you're freaking green. Why don't you want to weld? Weld. And you too. Okay. Alright, so yeah, we've still got a crap ton of work to do to this truck. Let's see what else we've got here. We've got the door. So the door can be brought back that side. Alright, so there's our door and our fender. And I think we are done with the welding. It doesn't look like we need to weld anything still here. There's no weld line showing up, so I'm just going to pop that onto there. And where's our wrench? Because my goodness, we've got a bunch of chaos going on here in the shop now. But yeah, looks like the tools are actually kind of where they belong in the toolbox. Okay, so put that together. No. Go back on. Okay, zip it down, zip it down, zip it down. Okay, and then the fender can go onto here. And then we can get our door mounted. This one over here. Alright, so it looks like we are going to be only getting to the accessories and stuff in the next episode, because what I want to do now is I want to see if we can at least start buying the parts that we need to get this thing put right. Okay, there we go. The cab is back on and it's nice and straight now. And there's a little bit of a lag, but okay. It's gone. Zip that up and it's getting a bit dark. Struggling to see the bolts. We need to be here by the cab. Okay, well, just bolt that down, bolt that down. Now we can get our hood probably fixed up, guys, because I haven't done this yet. So let's see if we can get the Bondo put onto this thing like this. No, we can't. We need to get it mounted back onto the truck. So we'll have to do it like this. Okay, because we know the hood is salvageable. It's just it needs to be mounted in order to be fixed. Okay, now we can do this. Which is the... Oh, there it is over here. Okay. Alright, let's do this real quick. And we're going to have to buy a bunch of parts. Okay, well, looks like the damage is that way then. One would think the damage would have been in this direction. But okay, is that fixed now? Yes, it is. Okay, that looks good. Alrighty, so moving along. So I think let's see if we put this back in. Let's firstly mount all of the parts that we do have, like the steering column over there. We'll get this back onto there, zip it down, perfect. And then we can also do the brake master cylinder, which is still in fair condition, 92%. I mean, that's still good in my opinion. Okay, looks nice and straight, no issues there. Just getting to these bolts over there is a bit of a pain sometimes, but we've got it. The wiper linkage looks good, so that can go back on. I think it's still nice and straight, and I don't think these things really get banged up in an accident. Not really ever noticed that it gets damaged, but okay. And what else do we still have? We've got the cluster. So we'll just pop the cluster in the bed. And okay, this is some of the trim pieces that's kind of being weird, but we're going to be replacing all of those trim pieces. So just gotta figure this out a bit. Yeah, that's busted. Okay, so let's see. We've got about a couple of minutes left before we hit our 1 hour mark. So we need to buy the new carpet, the new headliner, which only comes in black. So we can get those things. Dashboard and stuff, we're gonna wait for Beefy to let us know what he wants done with the interior. Because it's currently got one good interior panel over here. Or, well, I'm just calling it good because it looks good compared to the old stuff we took off. But usually upon closer inspection, you'll see that the parts are a little bit more worn, like this one, which is on 66%. So yeah, looks like we're gonna need a whole new interior for this truck. So let's go ahead and buy the stuff that we know we need to replace. So most of it will probably be under accessories. So let's start over here and then we'll work our way from there. Okay, so no idea why the wiper blades are under body, but okay. Wiper motor we needed to replace, I think. Yes, I did chuck it in the bed of the truck, so that needs to be replaced. As for that, we don't need to buy that. We'll buy the stock mirror, because it's got the stock mirror on the opposite side. Steering column, steering wheel, all of that is still fine. We need the front left trim. And now I don't know, this is the left door trim. I think the doors are the same on the extended cab and on the short cab. We also need the bed trim, which I think is this one. Now, see, that's the thing now, because there's so many different pieces of trim, because these roof trims are actually longer than these ones. I think this is for the front right cab. Yeah, see, that is actually the same thing as this, but this is the shorter one. Rear left cab, we need that, and we'll see, I don't know, I think this is the one we need. See, those two have got the same name, but One is clearly for left and one is for right. Okay, what is this? This is for the door, right? Fender. Okay, fender. And we bought the new trim for that corner. So this can go onto the door over there. Okay, come on, let's grab this. Zip it down, and zip it down. You can probably buy the carpet as well, but then again, we can't buy the bench seat because I don't know what size, or what color bench we're going to put in this thing. So this one is for this side. Okay, the trim on this side looks decent. I actually think this little quarter trim that I bought is also kind of unnecessary. But we need to replace all the trim on the bed. Most probably. Yeah, that looks... I don't know, it actually looks pretty good now that I'm looking at it again, but can't really tell because it's getting a little bit dark. What's this trim like on this side? Yeah, this one is a bit banged up. You can clearly see that. But okay, I think what we'll do is we'll just get this one mounted on this side, and then we'll quickly buy the headliner, and we'll buy a new rear view mirror. Yeah, I forgot about this thing. We bought the wiper motor. All kinds of thing that's going on the firewall, actually. We still need to buy the handbrake lever as well, so there's still a lot of stuff to be done. Okay, so let's come back here. Let's go over to interior. Let's see if I can at least sort this out. Oh, carpet, cab, headliner, cab. I think this is the right ones, because the other ones are just headliner and carpet, I think. Yes, okay, so these are the ones. Carpet, cab, headliner, cab, and we are going to need the rear view mirror. I don't think it's going to be... oh, there it is. Okay, and we're going to need new pedals. And yeah, as for the rest of the stuff, we don't really know yet what to do. Okay, so the carpet can go in, but it is going to fall out again because we don't have any way of securing it without the bench seat. Okay, so let's put this together. This goes over that side, and this one goes over on this side. That happens every single time. Okay, so we still need to swap this one. We'll quickly pop this one off. Yeah, that looks a bit bad, so good thing we are replacing it. Okay, so that is on. Okay, now we need the screwdriver. Come over here. We're going to lean in and see if I can zip these down. Perfect. And now we're going to need this, and we still got a crap ton of body filler in our backpack. Okay, let's install that, and let's grab the mirror. Pop it into there, and zip it down, and zip it down. Okay, that is done. We need the windows, and we actually need all of the windows except for those ones. Alright, let's just see. I've still got a little bit of time because you guys know with editing and cutting stuff out, and I try and sometimes edit the dog barks out when it's really bad. So yeah, that's why we always go a little bit over the hour, and just to give ourselves a little bit of tolerance with regards to editing. So I'm going to quickly buy all of the glass that we need. We need the windscreen. We need the rear window. Then we need the front right small window. We need the... no, we need the front left small window, actually. We have got the other one. Okay, so I just wasted a bit of money on that. But okay, you know what? It is what it is. Okay, so there's our... okay. Come on. Behave. There we go. There's that. And where's this glass. Which one is this now? Is this the left one, or is this the right one? That's the left one, which is the right one, or the correct one. I don't know. It's the left one, but it's the right one. Doesn't really make sense if you say it like that, but okay. Let's get the windscreen popped into there. Simple. Now, I don't know if he wants the tint to be as dark as the opposite side window. I don't know what color tint that is, or what shade of tint. If it's 1, 2, 3, or 4. But it kind of looks like it might be tint number 3. I don't know. Beefy, if you're watching this and you know what tint you've got on there, mate, just let me know. But I think it's probably either 3 or 4. Just by the looks of it. It's a bit hard to tell with the current lighting in the shop here. But it's relatively dark. But okay, guys, I think that is going to be it for this episode. So yeah, we've been a little bit all over the place. Definitely got a couple of things sorted out on Beefy's truck. It's definitely getting there. Yeah, it's still got a couple of things that needs to be done interior wise. And once that is sorted, it's going to need a paint job. So I'm kind of thinking, once we did the paint job on this thing, we might as well actually also do the paint job on Big Nate's truck. I still haven't decided what color I'm going to paint this thing. I'll see. Maybe I can give you guys a bit of an idea of what I've been looking at. So, I don't know. We'll see. I'll still decide. But, yeah. Beefy's truck is going to be painted this same color. This red, maroonish color. He didn't say he wanted it any other color. Unless if he wants it another color, he must let me know. But, yeah, we're just going to go ahead and paint it this color again. If he doesn't say anything. But alright, guys, I think that is going to be it. So thank you so much for tuning in once again. I really appreciate every view, every like. And also, I wanted to ask, if you haven't hit that subscribe button yet, please consider doing so. I will appreciate it very much. But yes, I will see you all in the next one. And I gotta get rid of all of this crap in the back of this truck.
This is my garage. Wheels keep spinning on the highway. Good things happen in the driveway. Having good days with the good boys. I don't think that I'm leaving today.